Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be covering what is multi-threading and then I will explain thread module and threading module in Python. Guys, I have uploaded complete Python programming subject tutorials. I'll provide link in description, you can watch from there. If you are watching this video for the first time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. At first, I will explain what is multi-threading. Multi-threading is a threading technique in Python programming to run multiple threads concurrently by repeatedly switching between threads with a CPU help. For example, this is Python program. Now I am executing this program. So program which is being executed is known as process. In this Python program, total there are 3 functions. This function is handled by thread 1 and this function is handled by thread 2 and this function is handled by thread 3. In Python by default only one thread will be executed at a time. That is nothing but at first it will execute thread 1, after that it will execute thread 2, at last it will execute thread 3. Only after executing one thread, other thread will be executed. This process is known as serial execution. In Python, you can execute multiple threads concurrently. That is nothing but in Python, you can execute multiple threads at a time by using multi-threading. Normally, if you consider serial execution, in serial execution, only after executing first thread, second thread will be executed. So, time taken to execute first thread is 1 second and similarly time taken to execute second thread is 1 second and time taken to execute third thread is 1 second. So, total it will take 3 seconds of time in order to execute this code. But whereas if you consider concurrent execution is nothing but parallel execution. I want to execute all these 3 threads parallelly. So whenever you execute all these 3 threads parallelly, time taken is only 1 second. Within 1 second of time, it will execute all these 3 threads at a time. And you can execute all these 3 threads at a time by using multi-threading. Multi-threading is a threading technique in Python programming to run multiple threads concurrently by repeatedly switching between threads with a CPU help. Multi-threading is nothing but it is threading technique in order to execute multiple threads concurrently. We also call this concurrent execution as parallel execution. That is nothing but executing multiple threads at a time. And in order to execute multiple threads at a time, we take CPU help. Multi-threading aims to perform multiple tasks simultaneously, which increases performance and speed. By using multi-threading, we can execute multiple tasks at a time, which will increase performance and speed. Already explained this example. Normally if you execute this program serially, time taken to execute is 3 seconds. And if you execute this program parallelly, time taken to execute this program is 1 second. It is very useful technique for time saving and improving the performance of an application. Multi-threading allows the programmer to divide application tasks into subtasks and simultaneously run them in a program. For example, there is big task. By using multi-threading, we can divide this big task into smaller subtasks like T1, T2, T3 and so on and simultaneously run them in a program. Now we can execute all this. By using multi-threading, all these 3 threads can communicate between each other. That is nothing but they can share resources and they can share files and so on. It increases the user's responsiveness to continue running a program even if a part of application is blocked. Even if any part of application is blocked, program will run. Normally, Python contains global interpreter lock. Because of global interpreter lock, all threads will be executed serially. But I don't want to execute threads serially. I want to execute all threads parallelly. If you want to execute all threads concurrently, that is nothing but if you want to execute all threads at a time in Python, you can use 2 modules. One is thread module and next one is threading module. In Python, multi-threading can be achieved by using 2 modules. One is thread module and next one is threading module. At first, I will explain thread module in Python. A thread is an entity within a process that can be scheduled for execution. Entity is nothing but it is an individual thing. Thread is individual within a process that can be scheduled for execution. For example, this is Python program. Now I am executing this program. So program which is being executed is known as process. Inside process, there can be single thread or multiple number of threads. In this program, total there are 3 functions. This function is executed by thread 1, this function is executed by thread 2 and similarly this function is executed by thread 3. So this thread is individual thing within a process that can be scheduled for execution. Also, it is the smallest unit of processing that can be performed in an operating system. That is nothing but we execute threads within an operating system. In simple words, a thread is a sequence of instructions within a program that can be executed independently of other codes. In thread module, one thread will not depend on other threads. So it will execute this block of instructions independently. Whereas in Python version 2, if you want to import thread module, you need to write import thread. And whereas in Python version 3, if you want to import thread module, you need to write import keyword and underscore thread. This is syntax of underscore thread module. At first you need to write module name, that is underscore thread dot start new thread. By using start new thread method, we can execute function. So inside bracket, take function name comma, you can pass multiple number of arguments. So inside brackets, write arguments. This is syntax of underscore thread module. I'll give one example so that you can clearly understand what is use of this underscore thread module. Normally we will execute program like this. I want to execute two functions. One function name is name and another function name is country. As we know, we will create function by using keyword, that is def define. So at first I written def define and I written here name, which is function name. Inside brackets I written n, where n is parameter. So take n and give colon. Now inside this name function I am writing one statement like print my name is, where my name is string, so take quotations comma n. And similarly I took another function, that function name is country, and inside country I written parameter, that is m, and give colon. Now inside this country function I written one statement like print, inside quotations I written my country is comma m. Now I will pass this n value and m value after calling function. I want to execute these two functions. So just write here function name, that is name. Here you need to give value of n and we call this value as argument. I want to give argument, that is Nagendra, where Nagendra is string, so take quotations. Whenever you write here name Nagendra in quotations, now this name Nagendra is passed to parameter n, and similarly inside country function I written India. So this country India is passed to parameter m. Now this n contains Nagendra. Whenever I write here print my name is n value is Nagendra. So I will get output my name is Nagendra. Inside country I written argument, that is India. So this India is stored in parameter m. Now m contains India. So whenever I write here print my country is comma m value is India. So I will get output my country is India. And because of global interpreter lock in Python, only after executing first function, second function will be executed. So whenever I call here two functions, that is name and country, at first it will execute name function, and after executing name function it will execute country function. For example, time taken to execute this function is 1 second, and similarly after executing name function it will execute country function, and time taken to execute this country function is 1 second. So total time taken is 2 seconds. In order to execute this complete program, time taken is 2 seconds. But I don't want to execute this program serially. I want to execute this program parallelly, that is nothing but at a time within 1 second I want to execute these two functions. Yes, you can execute these two functions at a time by using underscore thread module. Within 1 second it will execute these two functions. It will execute program concurrently, not serially. I will write same program by using underscore thread module. In order to import thread module, at first you need to write underscore thread. By using import keyword you can import any module. I want to import thread module. So just write here import underscore thread. I want to identify time taken to execute two functions. So you need to import time module. So just write here import time. I am taking time module because I want to identify time taken to execute two functions. So I took here import time. And next I am creating one function. As we know, we will create function by using keyword, that is def define. And I am giving function name as name. So write here name and take brackets. Here I will give n value. For example, I can give name like Nagendra, Sai, so on, and whatever the name that I give, it will be stored in parameter n. So I written here parameter n, give colon. Inside this name function, I am writing statement like print my name is colon, where my name is string. So take quotations comma n. But before this, I am writing here time dot sleep of 0.5. That is nothing but whenever I execute this program, it will not display output directly. After 0.5 seconds gap, it will display this output. So I written here time.sleep of 0.5. And similarly, I took another function. By using keyword def define, you can create function. I am creating function. That function name is country. Inside country function, I am passing one parameter, that is m. For example, if I give country name India, it will be stored in parameter m. And take colon. Now inside this again I am writing time.sleep. Time.sleep of 0.5. Because I want to execute this code after 0.5 seconds gap. Next write here print. Inside print function I am writing statement like my country is, give colon, where my country is string. So take quotations comma, here give parameter, that is m. Now I want to execute these two functions, that is name and country. But before that, write here r equal to, you can take any variable name. I took here r equal to time, which is module name dot time method. By using this time method, you can store time. For example, at present time is 10 am. Whenever you write here time dot time, it will store time. For example, now time is 10 am. So this 10 is stored in variable r. Now I want to execute these two functions by using underscore thread module. So just write here module name, that is underscore thread dot start new thread. I already said this syntax. In order to execute these two functions, at first you need to write module name, that is underscore thread dot start new thread, where start new thread is method. By using this method, you can execute function. So take bracket. I want to execute this function. This function name is name. So just write here name comma. Now I want to give value here. For example, I want to give this n value as Nagendra. So you need to write Nagendra here. So take brackets. Inside bracket you need to write Nagendra, where Nagendra is string. So take quotations. Quotations close and close this bracket. Guys, definitely after passing parameter, you need to give comma here. Bracket close. If you don't give here comma, it will display error. So definitely after writing Nagendra, give comma and close this argument, and similarly close this method. So close this start new thread method. And similarly, I want to execute country function. So just write here same underscore thread dot start underscore new underscore thread, take bracket. Here function name is country comma. I want to give m value as India. I want to get output like my country is India. So I am giving m value as India. So in quotations write India. After writing India, close quotations and definitely give comma and close this argument and close this start new thread method. So again close this method. Whenever I run these two lines of code, after 0.5 seconds gap, I will get output my name is Nagendra, and similarly again after 0.5 seconds gap, I will get output my country is India, because I am using here time.sleep 0.5. Similarly at last I want to print time taken to execute these two functions. So just write here print. I want to get output like time taken to execute two functions. Quotations close, comma. For example, here I written r equal to time dot time. For example, before executing these two functions, time is 10 am and this 10 am is stored in variable r. And at last I written here time taken to execute two functions, comma, time dot time minus r, where this time dot time will store present time. After executing these two functions, for example, time taken is 10.1 second. Now this time dot time will store present time, that is 10.01 second. Actually time dot time will store present time. So before execution time is 10 am and after execution time is 10.1 second. So just write here time dot time minus r, that is r is nothing but r contains time, that is 10. 10.1 second minus 10, output is 1 second. So time taken to execute these two functions is 1 second. For example, whenever I execute this program, after 0.5 seconds gap, I will get output. My name is Nagendra Sai, and similarly, after 0.5 seconds gap, I will get output, that is my country is India. At last it will print time. For example, this is my time taken to execute two functions. If you execute this program normally, only after executing first function, second function will be executed. For example, first function will take time 1 second and similarly second function will take time 1 second in order to execute. So total time taken is 2 seconds. Whereas if you execute the same program by using thread module, it will take only 1 second of time in order to execute these two functions, because thread module will execute functions concurrently. That is nothing but whenever you write here underscore thread start new thread name Nagendra and country India, it will execute these two functions at a time. Within 1 second, it will execute this name function and country function. So time taken is only 1 second. In order to save time, we can use thread module. By using thread module, we can execute functions concurrently within the program. Next, I will explain threading module in Python. If you want to execute multiple threads at a time, then you can use either thread module or threading module. By using this threading module, you can execute multiple threads at a time. That is nothing but concurrent execution. When compared to threading module is more powerful and it will provide high level support for threads. To use multithreading is nothing but executing multiple threads at a time. In order to execute multiple threads at a time in Python, you need to import threading module. Just by using import keyword, you can import this module and you can use. I will explain threading module with an example. So I want to import threading module. So just write here import threading. Next write here import time. I'm importing time module because I want to identify time taken to execute two functions. So just I written here import time. Guys, I am writing program in order to find square and cube of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at first I want to find square. So I am taking function by using def, that is define. You can create function. I am creating function, that function name is square. So define square. Inside square function I am writing value n, where n will store numbers from 1 to 5. So I took here parameter n. Now inside this I am writing some statement like print square of a number is quotations close, where the square of a number is string, so take quotations and close bracket. And similarly I am taking another function in order to find cube. So just write here define, that is def define. I want to find cube. So I am taking function name as cube, and here also you need to give parameter, that is n. N will store numbers from 1 to 5. Whenever we give numbers, these numbers are stored in parameter n. Again inside this I am writing statement like print cube of a number is quotations close and close bracket. Next I am writing here r equal to time dot time. By using time dot time we can store present time. For example, before execution time is 11. So this 11 is stored in variable r. I want to find square of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am taking list. So I took here variable name as L equal to, inside list I am passing 5 values. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I want to find square and cube of 5 numbers. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next inside this square function I am writing code in order to find square. So just take here for loop. Just after writing print statement write for I in n. So whatever the values that are present inside L, all these values are passed to this parameter n. And whenever I write here for I in n, whatever the values that are present in parameter n, all these values are stored in variable I. Now this variable I contains list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't want to execute program directly. After 0.2 seconds gap, I want to execute each line. So just I written here time dot sleep of 0.2. Now I am writing statement in order to find square. So just write here print, inside print write square is colon quotation close comma. How can we find square? My list is present in variable I. So just write here I into I star I. Here you need to use asterisk symbol. This is nothing but I into I in order to find square. Now I contains list of 5 numbers. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at first it will take value 1. So 1 into 1, that is 1. And similarly next it will take 2, that is 2 into 2, 4. And similarly it will take 3, 4, 5. Similarly I am writing code in order to print cube. So again take for loop. For I in n, L contains list of 5 numbers. So all this data is passed to this parameter n. Now n contains list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whenever I write here for I in n, whatever the values that are present in parameter n, all these values are stored in variable I. Now I contains list of numbers 1 to 5. I don't want to execute complete program directly. I want to execute each line after 0.2 seconds gap. So just I am writing here time dot sleep. By using time dot sleep, you can delay execution. I want to delay execution up to 0.2 seconds. So just write here 0.2 inside for loop. Guys, definitely follow your indentation. And similarly I am writing inside for loop. So again inside for loop you need to give indentation. Now I am writing statement in order to print cube. So just write here. So follow indentation. Print cube is quotations close comma. How can we find cube? Here for square I am using I into I. Similarly for cube I into I into I. I into I into I. So close bracket. Now I want to execute these two functions at a time. So just write here t1 equal to, where t1 stands for thread 1. You can take any variable name. I am taking here variable name as t1. t1 equal to module name, that is threading dot thread. Just write here threading dot thread. Guys, definitely for thread method t is capital. So just take t as capital letter. Now inside this thread class you need to write target is equal to, target is nothing but function name. My function name is square. So just write here square comma, and next write here arguments. So just write here args equal to, my inputs are present in variable L, take brackets. So just write here L. So take brackets and write L. Guys, definitely take here comma or else it will display error. And next close these arguments, and next close this thread class. I am executing this square function. And similarly in order to execute cube function, same, just write here t2 equal to, I am taking variable name as t2. t2 equal to threading, where this threading is module name, threading dot thread, where for thread t is capital letter. Inside thread class write target. Here by using this thread I am executing square, and similarly by using this thread I am executing cube. So cube function. So just write here cube, comma, arguments equal to, my inputs are present in variable L, so just write here L comma and close this arguments. I am executing the square function and cube function by using threading module. In order to start execution, just write here t1 dot start, and next in order to execute this t2, just write here t2 dot start, and next write here t1 dot join, and next write here t2 dot join, where this join method is used to wait thread until it terminates. And at last I want to print time taken to execute two functions. So inside print write time taken to execute two functions in quotations, comma, time dot time, where time dot time will store present time. So time dot time minus r. R is nothing but time before execution, and this time dot time is time after execution. For example, before execution time is 11. After executing these two functions by using threading module, time is 11.1 second. Before execution time is 11 and after execution time is 11.1 second. So whenever you write here time dot time minus r, time taken is 11.1 second minus 11. So time taken is 1 second. Time taken to execute two functions by using threading module is 1 second. Guys, whenever you execute this complete program, you will get output. At first it will display square of a number is, and next it will display cube of a number is. At a time it will execute these two functions. So at first it will print square of a number is, which is present in square function, and next it will print cube of a number is. Next it will print 1 square, that is 1, and next 1 cube, that is 1, and similarly 2 square, that is 4, and next 2 cube, that is 8, and next it will print 3 square, that is 9, and next 3 cube, that is 27, and similarly next it will print 4 square, that is 16, and 4 cube, that is 64, and next it will print 5 square, that is 25, and 5 cube, that is 125. This is my output. Guys, inside for loop I written here time dot sleep of 0.2, that is nothing but at first it will execute square of a number is. After 0.2 seconds gap, it will display cube of a number is. So for each line of execution, it will take 0.2 seconds gap. And at last, it will print time taken to execute two functions is, like it will print 0.0012 so on. This is time taken in order to execute two functions. If you want to execute multiple threads concurrently, that is nothing but if you want to execute these two functions at a time, then you can use threading module or thread module. By using threading module and thread module, you can execute threads concurrently. That is nothing but at a time you can execute multiple threads. This is concept of multi-threading, where this threading module contains some additional methods. They are active count method, current thread method, and enumerate method, where this threading dot active count method will return number of thread objects that are active, and similarly threading dot current thread method will return number of thread objects that are in caller thread control, where this threading dot enumerate method will return list of all thread objects that are currently active. And this threading module contains thread class. This thread class contains following methods. They are run method, start method, join method, isElev method, getName method, and setName method, where this run method is entry point for a thread. By using start method, we can start thread, and whenever you want to start any thread, you need to call run method. Join method waits for threads to terminate. For example, there are two threads. They are T1 and T2. Only after termination of first thread, it will execute another thread, and this can be achieved by using join method, because join method waits for threads to terminate. And similarly, next one is isElev method. The isElev method checks whether a thread is still executing. isElev method will check whether thread is still executing or not. And next one is getName method. getName method is used to return name of a thread, and whereas setName method is used to set name of a thread. These are various methods in thread class. These are some of the objects in threading module. First one is thread. This is definition of thread: object that represents a single thread of execution. And next one is lock. Lock is nothing but primitive lock object, and rlock is nothing but reentrant lock object, where R stands for reentrant lock. And next one is condition. Condition variable object causes one thread to wait until certain condition has been satisfied by another thread. That is nothing but one thread need to wait until condition is satisfied, and this condition is given by another thread. And next one is event. For example, I clicked on enter button. This is event. Event is nothing but all threads need to wait for some event. Until that particular event happens, all threads must be in waiting state. Next one is bounded semaphores. By using semaphores, we can execute multiple tasks. and this bounded semaphores is similar to semaphores, but it ensures that it never exceeds its initial value. And next one is timer. Timer is also similar to thread, but before execution it need to wait some time.